Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Keeping Up with Bobcat. Hope y'all had a great day, night, evening, wherever you might be. Bobcat had a wonderful day. I lay down till about 10 o'clock today. I just laid because I stayed up real late last night. I was watching this movie. So I lay down and just relaxed. And then about 10 o'clock I opened my eyes. I got the remote. I was still in bed. And I said, just let me get a little TV just to unwind for maybe 10 minutes. I lay there just flicking through the channels while I lay in bed. Then I said, let me just get up. I got up, put my clothes on, and went in there in my room and got on that treadmill. 45-minute walk, arm press, squats. I was in about an hour and a half, did a few little extra stuff just to stretch and jump, some of those just to unwind. After I finished, I went in there and took me a really warm shower, which felt really good. After I took a shower, I came in here, guess what y'all, to prepare my breakfast. My egg whites, avocado, and spinach, my normal. I prepared my breakfast. After I prepared it, I got my plate, came and got on this sofa over here, put my feet, got in this corner, turned this TV on in here, and while I eat breakfast, I watched some more TV. It took me about 30 minutes to finish eating. I just took my time, had a great breakfast. Then I said, Bobcat, don't you think you need to go visit some relatives you haven't seen in a long time? And maybe call some friends. But then I realized it was raining here some for a little while. So I said, no, I don't feel like getting out today. So I said, I'll call them. That's what I do. So I got my phone, started dialing numbers. I dialed relatives I hadn't talked to in a long time. Some was at home, some were gone. Then I returned some calls, some friends, some people, acquaintances I used to work with. I got on the phone for 10 minutes with them. Then I came in here, turned the TV back on again, and watched some more TV. Bobcat said, wait a minute, can't you do something instead of wasting a day off? And I said, well, not too much to do, it's raining outside. But then I did put some clothes in the washing, washed a few, clothes, bed things and clothes. And then, while doing that, I turned the TV back on and sat back over here. Last night, you all, I want to tell y'all about this movie on Tubi, Mr. Church. It was something nice, you all. I really enjoyed it. It was different, but I enjoyed it. It was about this single parent and a young daughter. She was raising her young daughter, and she had got sick. She had 6 months to live. The guy that she used to date, he had got sick, and he had told her he was going to take care of her to his dying day. So when he got sick and he couldn't take care of her, he sent this cook, this great cook, I guess he was a chef, to take care of prepare food, Mr. Church. He came in, he could cook anything, y'all. He made those dishes look so good. He had, like for breakfast, he had steak, eggs, and all kind of good stuff. He had juices and he had coffee and all. He was smoking while cooking, a cigarette in his mouth. But he was a great cook, you all. And her daughter, I don't think she liked him at first. She came in there, she told him she wanted Apple Jacks. He said, Apple Jacks, what are those? I can make you some Apple Jacks. She said, you can't make no Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks come in a box. He said, well, you need to eat those grits. Do you know what grits are? She looked at him, rolled eyes, and she flew up from the table. But after a while, he was cooking so good, his food was smelling so good, she decided to taste it. And after she tasted, she was loving his food. He could cook, he was cleaning, he was grocery shopping. He would come in there and get her mother medicine because she didn't know her mother was sick. And she was terminally ill, she had 6 months to live. Mr. Church was an old acquaintance of her, the guy that she used to date. And he asked Mr. Church to come in and he was going to pay him a salary rest his life if he would take care of her for 6 months. Mr. Church was taking care of her and she lived 6 years. Mr. Church was preparing food on time. He was making sure she'd get medicine on time. He was cleaning. He was just an all-around person, a nice person. He was like a father figure to her daughter. The daughter would come in there and she kept watching him. After a while, Mr. Church brought some books. He made it like a big old bookshelf. He made him a library. And he said, I'm going to tell y'all these books. He made some library cards. He said, every time you check out a book, you got to write it down and sign out for it. And he made it interesting. And she started checking out, but daughter started checking out books She was taking out one, she finished, she had to check it in, check out another. And he made it fun. After a while, she kind of liked him being there. But he was cooking for her. He was taking care of her mother. Her mother got to the point where she couldn't even bathe herself. But Mr. Church was coming in there. He told her daughter, you got to bathe her now. But Mr. Church was bringing her food. He was making sure she's okay. I tell you all so much about it. I want you to watch it because it'll make you think. Mr. Church was there for 6 months to take care of her. She lived 6 years. And Mr. Church continued to raise her daughter for 15 years. And her daughter ended up having a child. He was there helping her raise that child. Mr. Church, I think he didn't have a family. So there was a family to him he never had. It was so good, you all. I want you to watch and tell me what you think. But Bobcat really enjoyed that movie. I said, wow, this is amazing. It's kind of old. I think I should have seen it before, but I hadn't. But it was so good, you all. Also, you all, I've been getting some books out of my bookshelf. I used to like these books by Spooksville, by Christopher Pike. They are really good. I used to read those books. Me and my nephews, nieces and nephews, would come when they come over on the weekend. They would read these books. We would read one it would take almost a month to read one because they would come over on the weekend. But they get good parts to them, y'all. Like they get this one is the little people, and the other say the cold people. They get chapters in it like The Secret Path, The Howling Ghost, The Haunted Cave, Aliens in the Sky. All of these by Christopher Pike. They were so good. It's different books. And this one said The Secret Path, The Howling Ghost, The Witch's Revenge, The Dark Corner. It's the different episodes of them. It was so good, y'all. We would do that. That's how we spent it. We used to spend time together with them when they was over on the weekend, and we had such fun. Hey, also y'all want y'all to see my hair is growing some. After I kind of let it down, I think I like it like this. You can tell me whether it look good or look better like this, or should I have curls all over? I've been having curls all over, but I decided to do something different. Just to change up some scenery, look a little different. Like I said, new attitude, as they say. But I kind of like it this way, different. Also, you all, I told you all I was going to give y'all some inserts from my book every time I get on here. I'm going to read y'all some stuff, some good juicy stuff from my book. I remember when I was going to school, I remember carrying sack lunches, bag lunches they call them. I remember being ashamed to open my bag lunch at school because it was greasy from the oil of the food. By the time I made it to school, it was grease going through the bag. Some days it would be rabbit meat on biscuits. Some days it would be salt meat on a biscuit. Always a biscuit. By lunchtime, the biscuit was really hard. It was so hard you could just try to throw it. But it was hard. Really hard. But I still ate the center part because that's all we had for lunch. They didn't have any place to heat up at school because we didn't have no microwaves. Even had biscuit with jelly, which the red jelly we used to have was called race jelly. It was a red looking jelly, and I didn't like it. I never liked it. I would break the jelly off, but I would eat some of the biscuit even though it was cold. We sometimes had bacon and biscuits, very seldom because we hardly had bacon. Children at school would laugh at you, depending on what was in your lunch bag. They would laugh and they say, "Greasy bag, look at that, she hiding." So that caused me to sit in a corner in the back of the classroom, like hiding to eat my lunch at lunchtime instead of going to the cafeteria. They carried on for maybe a year of school. The next year in school, a few years later, I was able to apply for free lunch, which was approved. And then I didn't carry sack lunches anymore. I started eating in the cafeteria, which was really good. And the cafeteria had chocolate milk, which sometimes they would put in the freezer, like it would have like ice in it, the ice kind of crunchy ice in it. And I loved it with my lunch. And it seemed like the best lunch ever. I was ashamed of my rabbit meat, salt meat, my rich jelly, and sometimes eggs and sometimes bacon on biscuit. But I was never hungry without food. We had a garden at our house and all the vegetables we could eat. It was canned, like in jars and in cans. But you couldn't carry it to school for lunch because there was no place to heat it up at. So we had to carry like meat or eggs or biscuit. We couldn't carry jars. We had to carry paper bags. And we didn't have no lunch boxes. If you carried in jars, if you was risking to having an accident or dropping or breaking it. And once we were back home, we could eat all the vegetables and all the food we wanted because we had a garden. My mother always prepared breakfast before our school. We had breakfast before we left. She would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and fix our breakfast. And then she would fix us a sack lunch, which we had every day for school. It was either biscuits with jelly, or biscuit with salt meat, or biscuit with eggs. Very seldom that we had eggs, just sometime, and sometime bacon. You know, I remember being so ashamed. And I guess how you can be at school when you're trying to fit in with other kids. I remember being so ashamed to take out a lunch that my mom had got up so early in the morning to prepare. And I look back now and think about it, I should have been so grateful, because some of the kids were sitting there didn't even have lunch in a bag. They didn't even go to the cafeteria. So maybe they didn't even have food. But I was ashamed because the grease was all around the bag coming out, all around the sides, just greasing. And they some of them would say, grease bag, and greasing. They would just laugh. And that means I would hide in the corner and wait till they get out the room and take a bite and then put it back down like I didn't have anything. And then sometimes put it up on the desk drawer. I was so ashamed in school. But I look now, I should have been thankful. But you don't think about that when you're younger. You only think about that when you're older. You went through, like when you're older and grew up some, you went through some, I guess, hardships. Or then you think about the stuff your parents went through that they didn't have to. And after also being a parent yourself, you look back and say, could I have survived in that time when my parents survived? Maybe I could, maybe I couldn't. But today, we are so, I guess, everything a hand to us. Like, we don't have to scuffle. We don't have to wonder. A lot of us don't have to wonder where our next meal coming from. I mean, they got jobs here. You can work and at least make enough to buy you some food or something. If you're at home, you may not have enough to pay electricity, but at least you have enough to kind of buy yourself something. Or you can go to school. You get up at a job. The times today are a lot different and a lot better than maybe 20 years ago. And I am so grateful. And when I look back, I'm so grateful for my mother. She made sure we had food. And I look back at now and say, what was wrong with me? But as a child and as a young person, you don't think that way. Once you grow up, you do. You all, I want to thank y'all. Thank y'all for hearing me. Thank y'all for listening to me. Thank y'all for watching and commenting and sharing. Thank y'all really for subscribing. I am so grateful. Bobcat try to bring y'all something exciting, something good. I hope you like Mr. Church, because I enjoyed it. It was something very enjoyable. Really, it made you think and look and say, wow, if something happened in your life, would anybody be there for you? It really makes you think. But even at that, it wasn't sad. It was a good movie to watch, and to I guess challenge your mind and your imagination too. But you all, I want to thank you again. Bobcat gonna see y'all in the next video, and I will bring y'all something else to challenge your mind. I'm looking for a love story next time, y'all. Until then, Bobcat, see y'all in the next video.